If you're someone who is confused, lost, or weak, this video is for you. You see, most people around us today are absolutely lost in life. They have no direction, they have no purpose in life, they don't know what to do in life. They just put into the system at an early age, the educational system. They go about learning with all their friends. They're taught by teachers also who don't know much about the realities of life. And then they graduate and then they get a job because everyone around them is getting a job and they have to survive, and then they just continue. You see, most people, they don't really have a purpose. They don't really know what their life is meant for. They're just confused, lost, and just going with the flow. They don't really know why they are here. And especially in today's age, with the rise of social media and information all around us, we are literally 24/7 being bombarded with information. Now, because of this, most people do not even have time to think. You see, all around them, all the time, there's noise. From the moment they wake up in the morning, the noise of their family, and then the moment they open their phone is the noise of all those messages, SMS, social media, stories, posts, this, that. The moment they close that, they come back to the home, they open the TV, it's all the news, movies, TV shows. You see, from everywhere, it's just noise, distractions, and none of this will help a person get clarity in life. You see, people who have a purpose in life, people who have a clear goal in life, people who have clarity in life, they're people who have found a way to silence their mind amidst the noise. You see, you can't get any kind of clarity or direction in life when your mind is distracted. There's too much noise in your mind. It's foggy. You know, in the morning, early morning at 5, 5:30, when you're just driving through the road, how is it? There's a lot of fog. You can't see the road. How do you see the road? Only when the fog completely clears. In the same way, the mind, if it is filled with a lot of noise externally and internally, it's like a road with complete fog. You can't see through it clearly. You're confused. You don't even know where you're going. You can't even see 20 meters ahead of you. But a mind that can create stillness, silence within and externally, that is a mind that can get clarity, get direction. It'll know where to go. Only then can you truly find your life's purpose in the silence, not in the distraction. So, here's a simple exercise that I'm going to tell you so that you can implement it on a day to day basis. You see, every exercise that I tell you, it is for implementation. It's not for you to just do it one day because you're watching this video and then forget it after 3 4 days. No, you become something by embodying it. You must live it. It must become who you are. You can't just brush your teeth one day and then not brush your teeth for the next 10 days. That's not how it works. It should become a part of you. So, all these beneficial information that you're getting, you must try to incorporate it into your life. This is not only from my video, even if you're getting any kind of useful information from anyone, try to implement it in your life. And implementing doesn't mean doing it once or three times. It's about making it a daily routine. It should become habitual, it should become a part of your life. Any kind of information, any single thing, if you do not do it on a regular basis, your mind and your body forgets it. Your body memory and your mind memory forgets it. And so spending all that time learning it would have been an absolute waste. So this is the life philosophy I practice. Anything, any kind of information that I myself learn, if it's very beneficial, I make sure I implement it into my daily routine. In the same way, try to implement everything that you think will help you in your life into your daily routine. So coming to the exercise that will help you silence your mind and therefore find direction, find clarity, and re energize your mind. And also, one more thing before we go ahead. You know, there's actually one more reason why most people feel weak in their life. It's because their mind is not silent. You see, in silence, your mind is actually accumulating energy. A person who's always going around talking, always getting all this information, because of the confusion it creates, because the mind is getting overloaded with information, it creates a lot of confusion. And because of that, he or she starts thinking about all the different possibilities, all the things that can happen. They're trying to digest this information. Think about it. You're trying to solve a problem. So you do all this research and finally you get 15 different solutions. Now, what is your mind going to do? It's going to start breaking down each solution. Oh, which is the right one? Which is the right one? And then you're going to go in depth, in depth, in depth. And what's going to finally happen? Your mind is going to get overwhelmed. You will reach a stage after a lot of mental and physical exhaustion where your mind is confused. It would have reached a stage where it's worse off than where it began from. And so during the entire process, it is losing energy. You become weaker and weaker and weaker because thinking is actually way more energy consuming than a normal physical activity. Mental stimulation burns way more calories than normal physical activity. In fact, there are a lot of scientific studies that prove this point. Thinking and using your mind itself burns a lot of calories and uses a lot of energy. And therefore, if it's always being stimulated with things that are not helping you, negative things and things that are always confusing you, you're literally wasting away energy. Your energy is just dissipating and not accumulating. You're not becoming stronger, you're becoming weaker. All right, let's go back to the exercise that you can implement in your life. How do you silence your mind? Now, the first thing I want you to do when you wake up is I don't want you to touch your phone. I don't want you to interact with your family members. No interaction, utter silence, and don't even try to think about anything. All your tasks, your work, your friends, messaging that person, getting back to that person, all of that can wait. Don't even try to think about any of that. You have the entire day to think about it. The first thing that you do after you wake up and finish all your hygiene stuff is you come back either on a yoga mat or anywhere, sit in a place in silence, close your eyes, and just sit for the next 10 to 15 minutes. Just silence. Let the thoughts come and go. Observe it, but don't indulge in it. Let it come, let it go, let it pass. And then you'll see another thought comes, and that too will go. What I want you to do is simply sit in your mind and just observe what's happening in utter silence. At this time, it's ideal if you mute or switch off your phone. We don't want any kind of disturbance because it's only a 10-minute practice. That's all. I just want you to do this practice, and after 10-15 minutes, you can get up and go about for the rest of your day. You'll see, doing this on a regular basis, it actually helps calm down your mind. In the beginning, first couple of days, don't expect any silence. When you're sitting in the silence, some thought will come. You'll want to get up. Your mind will be completely jittery that you will feel very uncomfortable. But in the initial stages, we're not looking for results. We're simply looking to build a habit of sitting in silence. The result comes once it's built into a habit and after a long period of time. Doing this on a regular basis, you'll start noticing whenever that time comes, when you're going to sit in silence, you sit and you close your eyes, instantly the mind becomes silenced and you will start getting thoughts that will help you. Now, the reason why this is effective is because whenever you have any kind of problems in your life, or you want to solve an issue, or you want a direction, or you're confused which path to choose, anything where you need a solution, you just go into this practice. Sit in silence, and automatically your mind will become still because you've practiced it for a long period of time. And you'll notice in this stillness, in this silence, you will get your answers. You see, the universe communicates with you in silence. When there's all the noise around you, you can't hear the higher energy, the higher power that can communicate with you. But the moment you've stilled your body and mind, you will be able to tap into a higher frequency. And all your life's problems, all your confusions, all your weakness and directionless and purposelessness in life will get an answer the moment you tap into the higher power. And how will you do that? By sitting in silence. This is a simple practice. 10 minutes right after you wake up, and ideally, even right before you sleep, just add 10 minutes. So 10 minutes after you wake up and 10 minutes right before you sleep. Just doing this on a regular basis will build up the habit, and eventually you will be able to attain the fruits from this habit. Any kind of problem in life, you don't need an external source to help you. Your own higher self has the answer. You just need to be able to tap into it. And doing this effective practice on a regular basis will give you the power to tap into that higher self.